Okay, now we're going to do a demonstration of the thermal solution, specifically the thermal camera. However, the options remain same for the thermal module. They will be the same options, and it will act pretty much the same according to our settings. So first of all, checking for a fever, displays the temperature. It's going to put that information back to Alpheta software. And if you notice around the LCD, there's a green and red outline. We're calling that the guide. So if Wilson puts his face just outside of that temperature reading range, it's going to be a red outline indicating his face or his head is not in the right region for capturing the temperature. Once he moves in the right region, that outlining guide is going to turn green and obviously capture the thermal fever temperature. So that's a guide option. So go into the option and you'll see thermal guide on. And another neat feature or important feature is the preview on off. This is going to take a small video of the thermal image that's captured at the right time. This is good for debugging to make sure your camera or your module is working correctly. It's going to show the image on the bottom right corner of how the thermal camera or thermal module is responding to the environment conditions and to the face presented on it. It's just to give you a basic idea that the camera is working and detecting correctly. Okay, we'll just go over show you the other options here with the thermal. Now if you notice, it has the fever temperature or the warning temperature. Just to show them what's available in there. You can select a range of temperatures of the limit before it gives a warning, and I'll put it at 37. And okay, 36.9. Yeah, we'll try it again. Now default is 37.5. We're going pretty low here. And thermal mode. Okay, we have the thermal mode, which is another option, and this allows you to use the thermal function for registered users only, or else if you want to use it in a public situation, even if you're not registered. We'll show you some applications later. So if you're unregistered, it's still going to detect the user and it won't register them. But two other important features is if the person is unregistered and they try to approach it with the unregistered user plus phone number. Once the user takes their temperature, it's going to ask them for a phone number. We're going to demonstrate that also in a minute now. So let's just go to unregistered user. Now, turn that on. He's deleting all the users, so obviously no users are registered. Wilson and I are deleted from the system. So this application is for using in a public mode. So people do not have to be registered. So just people walking through the particular area will get temperature reading, and that temperature reading also will be reported in the authentication log of the Alpheta software. So that is the unregistered user. Now we're going to go into the next option of unregistered plus phone number. What this is, and we've seen it a lot here and even in South Korea, when you go into a restaurant or a public place, they always ask you to put the phone number in after you take your temperature. So this is quite a handy feature to have. So it'll log the phone number in the log data from Alpheta after taking the temperature, so you can have some information about the user that did the temperature reading.